Hi, welcome back to X Plus, reviewing iOS 13.3 on the iPhone XR. There are 3 new improvements in this update, together with bug fixes, some of which I have encountered before. Before I continue, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you do not miss any new content that I post on my channel. So as you can see, I have already installed the iOS 13.3 update. The file size is quite small, and if you are upgrading from iOS 13.2.3, if you are upgrading from an older version of iOS, expect the file size to be a little larger. One of the new improvements in this update is screen time. Parents would now be able to control how much their child can communicate with their contacts through FaceTime and messages. They will also be able to manage contacts that appear on their child's device. This improvement would not affect many of the iOS users, but it is still a welcome improvement. Another new feature is regarding Apple News, where there would be a new layout for top newspapers. You can also like or dislike stories with a tap on the app itself. My region does not support Apple News, so I cannot show it to you on my iPhone today. The last new feature comes from Stocks, by which stories from Apple News is now also available in Canada in English and French. You can also continue reading related stories or more stories from the same publication. Top Stories bar is now separated to having breaking and developing labels. Hopefully this will make it easier for readers who are interested in the stocks market. Other than improvements, there are also bug fixes in this update. One of the issues is that some wireless chargers charge slower than expected. I've experienced this before with my iPhone XR, where I have used the Samsung wireless fast charging pad to charge my iPhone. After a few hours, I realized that my iPhone only charged up an extra 10% of battery. I thought that this might be due to my iPhone being incompatible with the charging pad or something, so I decided to revert back to wired charging. There are also screenshot issues which are resolved in this update. If I take a screenshot here and try to crop it or use markup, then save it to photos, it may not work on the previous versions. This issue is now resolved in this version of iOS. Screenshots sent via iMessage might seem blurry in the previous versions too, but with iOS 13.3, this issue is also resolved. Another issue is where voice memos cannot be shared with other apps. I would have experienced this issue personally. Usually, I would save my voice recording to files first, then share my recording from the Files app. It is a really annoying issue, and I'm glad that Apple has fixed this in iOS 13.3. There are other small bug fixes and improvements where you can take a look at support.apple.com. As for stability, I did not encounter any issues with iOS 13.3 so far, and I'm happy with it. I'm now going to do a memory test now to see how the iPhone performed in terms of RAM management. That's it for my iOS 13.3 review. If you have any questions regarding this update, feel free to ask me in the comment section below. For more content like this, please like, share and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any new videos that I post on my channel. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!